Augie Sports Focus is brought to you by Schoenemann's.
Joining me now is outstanding Viking senior linebacker Brandon McMichael. Brandon, it's great to have you here on Augustana Sportscene. We got a lot to talk about today, but to begin with, we want to go back in time and talk a little about your background. Tell us about where you're from, your family, anything you want to tell us about Brandon McMichael.
All right. Well, I'm from actually Minnesota, Minneapolis. I grew up in the inner city parts for most of my years. Now I actually live in Eden Prairie. That's where my family's situated. Went to Breck High School back in the day. That's a little private school up in Golden Valley. Me and my brother also went there and played a little football there, and it was a lot of fun. We had some success, had a 14-0 year there in high school, and after that chose Augie.
Yeah, well, let's talk about that decision. Great career at Breck, and then decision time. Why'd you pick Augustana?
Well, I think it was the coaches, the players, kind of the people on campus. I just really felt like I was at home here. I took a visit out to, some other nice schools, Columbia, Stanford, Nebraska, Boston College, went to some of those places, and I really just didn't feel at home there. I didn't feel like it was where I fit in when I came here, and definitely the people and the coaches made me feel welcome, and I just felt like this was home.
Well, it's been great to have you here. We've really enjoyed you. You've had a career that's been outstanding, but it's been hit a couple times by injuries. The toughest was last year when I think it was this one right here, right?
Yeah,
that you lost the season to. That had to be tough, not being able to play last year.
That was really, really hard, and more mentally than physically, and emotionally as well. It was really tough because all those guys I came in with, I didn't get to finish the season with them, and we had talked so long that was going to be a season where we started to really turn the program around, and we had a real winning attitude, and it was just really hard not to be able to play and be a part of that.
Well, luckily for us, you decided to come back and play again. You got dinged a little bit early on the other knee here, but Brandon's back and playing now, and the Vikings are rolling at 6-2. Huge game Saturday at Wayne. Talk about the team.
It's a huge game coming this Saturday. We had a couple early losses. The UMD game, we were really hanging with them, and we had some injuries that happened. 3 of our receivers went down, actually, and Luke Butler got hurt as well, which really hurt our passing game, and that was a huge part of our game plan. So that really shook that game up, and we ended up losing that one. The Mankato game was also pretty tough, but that was kind of the turning point in the season where as a team we decided we weren't going to let anything like that happen anymore. We really got a lot of momentum, had a great week in practice, and came together as a team, offense, defense, and special teams, and put together a complete game against Southwest, and this past weekend against Upper Iowa, and we got some momentum, and we're excited about where the season can go.
Well, you're really one of the great leaders for us, Brandon, and a sign of a good team is resiliency when you face a little conflict, and you guys have come back strong. You've been playing football for a long, long time. What do you like about the game of football?
I just love that it's such a team sport. I feel like I played basketball and I did track and I did some other sports, and all of them I felt like the individual by themselves could really change the game. And even though you have individuals making plays, I love the fact that it's 11 every time. You need to trust the guy to your left and to your right, behind you and in front of you every single play. And I really just think that there's a special bond in football that you don't get in any other sport, because you have to trust those guys and really know what they're thinking. Then they have to do the same for you.
Well, there's an outstanding team game in football. I know people out there, if you're looking at the camera in TV land, you're probably wondering about on the side of Brandon's head here, the AC. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, we just wanted to do something exciting for homecoming, a little school spirit. I've never done anything crazy to my head. My mom always threatened me if I did. But I decided it was my last homecoming, 6th year. I just, figured I'd do something a little crazy for the fans. So.
Well, it worked, and a great win for the Vikings, a great homecoming on campus. What a thrill at the stadium. Well, Brandon is also an outstanding student here and has really some exciting future plans. So talk about your major and what your thoughts are for the future.
Well, I'm majoring in business administration, actually, and it's been pretty exciting so far. I love the professors I've had here. They've been really helpful to me, and I'm actually thinking about going to law school now, looking at a few places in the cities, also actually out in California and stuff, and a couple of schools out east. So I've been studying for the LSATs this semester and getting ready to take those in February after I graduate in December.
Well, I know you'll do well in whatever you choose, if it's law or another profession. You are really an old-timer, Brandon, having been around. This is year number 6, right, actually, with all the injuries and coming back here. So reflect on your days at Augie. What's it been like to be a student and athlete here?
It's been an awesome experience. I think that being a student athlete at Augustana really helps you grow up. I can definitely say if I met myself as a freshman now, we wouldn't probably get along as well as I thought back when I was a freshman. But just to grow up with your friends and, you know, around these coaches, they really care about you as a person, not just an athlete. And it's really been helpful in my experience growing up. I know my mom says that she enjoys being around me more, so yeah. I definitely think it's been, you know, good for me as a man.
Well, it's been great to have you here. We got a lot of football to play yet this season, so good luck to you, the team, and in your future, Brandon.
All right, thanks a lot.
The Augustana Sports Calendar is next. We'll be right back.